Test 1, 2. That's too far. Wrong direction. IL28. Let's see where that takes us. Take us 38 miles out of the way. Well, let's just look at the peoples. We're looking for peoples going westbound. All right, let's look at the boxes. Kind of boxes we got going westbound. We got a new airplane we're going to get to. Well, there's one. It's a small. It's not worth it. C-25. No, it's 188 miles. All right, let's look at the Fragiles. The Fragiles. Nope. 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 No. We might just have to take an empty flight. Let's look at the time sensitives. They're all going the wrong direction. None of those. None of those. I think we're just gonna make the flight. We're not gonna take. It's just gonna cost us money to get the new airplane. Oops. Let's do this first. It's our weight and balance. Yeah, we'll just leave it. We want a heading of 284. We streaming? There we are. Oh, I need to reset that sub goal. It's a new month. Trying to get my screens organized here. All right. I guess I could do that once I get airborne, right? We'll redo that sub goal. Looks like we got a wind. Right crosswind. Could be quartering. Could be direct. Let's get some ailerons into it. Get ready on the rudder pedals. Right front quartering looks like. Oop, here it comes. Easy. There we go. There we are. Ah, cool. That stupid squeaky sound is gone. Very good. Very nice. $284, right? I think I might try and stay under the scud layer for now. Oops. This trim is very touchy. Maybe we'll stick the altitude at 2,500. We'll let the autopilot mess with that. Where could we be? Is there an airport out here? Let's look out here. So, what is this little hamlet we're flying over? It could be south. No, we can't be there yet, can we? Let's zoom in. See any windmills out here? Okay, there's the airport we took off from. Okay, I know where we're at. Actually, there should be a little airport up here underneath us. Somewhere. Maybe off the nose there. And there's those windmills. So, here's where we took off. I think this is our little glider port right here. So we're a little south of course. And then here's the windmills out here, which are in this area. Windmill farm. And this road over here is this road right here. So we need to course correct a little bit. Let's go to a 290. Actually, maybe that's not that airport. Let's see how where we're hitting the windmills. I think that's the furthest east there, so we're close in there. Be this airport up here, Rochelle. I've cleared somebody there before. But that goes to St. Louis. Oh, I can see it on the map. So now we know exactly where we are. Crossing that. Where's that lake? There's that lake. It's clearing up out there. I think we got a bit of a wind pushing us. Well, the windmills say there's a wind out of the north. Maybe. think they're right. That. Let's go another 5 degrees right. Actually, we might need more than that. Let's see altimeter up in here. We got 3003. There we go. It's flat out there. Flat Earth! Flat Earth! Should, let's see, somewhere between that and us, there's an airport. Just to the south, southwest of that settlement over there. I think that's it right there. Say we go up a little bit. Let's go up to 3,500. The altitude of death. A little more, and then we'll pop the autopilot on it. There we go. Yep, there's that airport. That's the town of Rochelle and the airport of Rochelle. Is that a train yard over there? Alright, let's turn back to 295. I think we're more on course now. We'll see how we track. What is that, Interstate 80? 88. Damn it. So let's see, in about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 miles, we'll have a big lake out in front of us. Maybe more than that. Let's see, that'd be 10, 20, 30 miles maybe. Don't know what that hamlet is there on the railroad tracks because it's covered up on the chart. Ooh, power plant. Let's see if I can find that. Oregon. No, Ogle County. Oh, no, there's a place called Oregon up there. I wonder if that's what that is, that power plant. Hey, fluffy little kittens. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I can bring it up. Did you try turning yours up? Because, I mean, I was loud before, and I made some adjustments. In case I get excited and I talk like this. Do I need to come up a little more? And can you hear the music and or the engine sounds? Because I can bring my voice up a little bit. Okay. There he is. Hair Club class. We're going to get we're flying to go get a new airplane. So it's going to be like this one, except it's not going to have this derpy screen in it. NeoFly. Music down a little bit. NeoFly didn't have the classic version of this aircraft. Whoever submitted it, they only submitted like a couple liveries of the. This is one of them, of the modern version. They didn't have the classic version in there, so I submitted to them the classic version, and they got to put in there at least one livery, and then if it works. I'll submit the other liveries, I think. I got this. The other thing I did with this is there's a sound. Somebody put a sound update out, which is, now I know how to do it. It's pretty easy. They just commented out the sound. I think it's in the XML file for the stupid trim has a squeak in it. So if you turn the autopilot, it does have an autopilot in here. So if you turn it on, the thing's always making adjustments. So it's always going squeak, 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 squeak as it trims up and trims down. What Lynn did? Oh, just keyboardist. Okay. Your Twitch keeps lagging. What do you mean by lagging? What town are we over? I'm not paying attention. I just gotta have to wait till we hit the lake. We're somewhere around in here. And we're landing over here. So we're looking for this lake. And then we'll realign our... If you've got on your browser, depending on what browser you're using, if you have hardware acceleration turned on it, you might try turning that off and see what happens. I've had that cause problems in the past with things. Okay. The other thing, are you using the browser while you're playing Flight Sim or something else? Okay. If you don't play Flight Simulator, does it work fine? Yeah, it's probably something there. I've had so like if you click out of Flight Simulator and click on your browser, does it come back and it plays normal? Like if you keep your Flight Simulator running, but you okay, because I've had that happen. Like just watching my own stream. If I got my own stream up, I've had it where it would lag and get real choppy, and which I don't have it up now, but because I always kind of like to keep an eye on it, but I don't really care anymore. I'll just watch the numbers over here on the other side. But so anyway, like sometimes, like if I was in Flight Sim or something, it would go start doing whatever, and then if I clicked up into it, if I clicked on the browser, then it would be basically it comes to the front and it would work. Dude, she's German. She's not gonna know what you're talking about. You shouldn't even know what you're talking about. Trying to correlate these hamlets. Milledgeville. That might be Milledgeville. Looks like a railroad track there. So if it is, I'm north of course. As we come up on the lake, then I'll be able to have a better assessment. I want to look at see the shoreline where we're at exactly. VFNR. I was watching the UCLA shit the other night, or whatever night or two before it was. There's a guy that streams called Agenda Free TV. He does news. He pulls in videos and stuff, and he's got himself a little studio set up. He's like a rogue news guy, but he usually covers anytime something's going on, in either internationally or whatever. His name is Agenda Free TV is his channel, and I think his name is Steve. He kind of looks like a Pixar character. Oh yeah, when he gets so excited, breaking news, breaking news. So I was watching, like I said, I was watching the UCLA. It was much ado about nothing. They stayed peaceful. They didn't assault the cops, which is good. They're misguided. All right, we see our lake up here. Let's just do this. So we're coming up on the lake. I don't know where we're going to hit on this shoreline here, so we're going to try and look. Feels like we're up here towards the north, but I'm not. Feels like we're going to cross up here, so we might have to. Let's go to a 270 heading. I got overcorrected for too long. So we're going to look for this airport. Let's see. I think that's okay. There's the airport right there. And so it's right here. So we're just up here. So yeah, if we roll this 270, we'll see this road, and that'll take us Makokita. It's probably Keta. Makoketa. That's where our new airplane's waiting for us. He was excited, like when they were shooting those fire extinguishers. He's like, he wasn't jumping to conclusion on it. Those are fire extinguishers, man. Come on. Actually, we're just getting this model again. It's a different outer, but it's the classic, so it doesn't have this gauge in it. It's got the old gyros. Milwaukee. Is it just the airport or is it the city? I don't get up there that often. Did you watch Steve's coverage of the tornadoes? There's another guy that streams the storm chasers where he's got like 3 of them that they go out and they go to different areas, and he gets there. He kind of consolidates all their streams together and then focuses on the where the excitement's happening. Sometimes it's like happening in 3 different places. But they were down in West Texas. I had one guy down West Texas, down by north of Lubbock, and a couple guys up in Kansas. He was following the other night. Seems stuff kicks up in the late afternoon. Back in Flight Sim 10, prepared Drzecki design. I don't know if that's how you say his name correctly. He did New York City, which was amazing. It when Flight Sim 10 though with the RAM limitations, you had to be careful what you flew around it because your system would choke. You get the dreaded out of memory error. Feel like we're tracking a good 270 now with the roads. I don't know if I've watched them or not. I mean, I've watched some of the SpaceX streams. Is it a Twitch stream or is it YouTube? I might have seen him. That Starship is amazing. I just, it seems like there's just such this huge canyon from where they are to where they need to be with it. And it's so big and the forces are so strong, all the physics involved. I hate to say it, but I'm a little skeptical that the thing, if they ever get it to perform as what they wanted to do. This is a pretty good plane for NeoFly. I gotta say, it's I mean, I need to test the default. It comes, it's like got auto mixture, and it's like, God damn it, why you do that? Still doesn't seem to have much reaction, but I'll have to try it when I fly higher altitude. Like I said, it's not a great plane, but it's a good plane for NeoFly because its capacity is huge on it. It's going to hold 10 people plus some cargo. Or it can haul cargo. Yeah, it's just I mean they probably will, but to think about, it's one thing to use it as like let's forget the passenger side of it though. I think they'll totally get it functional as far as like taking equipment up, because he's going to use it for the next generation of Starlink satellites for sure. For sure, I think is his plan. Fewer launches, um, to get things back online. And you think about that, it's like, yeah, if you can like pepper the fucking sky with those satellites, you get something happens, like you get a solar flare and takes a bunch of them out. Okay, load them up. You could probably be operational pretty quick. Takes a while for them to all get in position, but the thought of like taking people up and then bringing them back in the atmosphere that way. Oof. So much dynamic forces. I mean, um, yeah, it was a bridge too far. It was like, hey, I got an idea for I got this great idea for this round peg, and it's great. Look, a round peg. It's like, yeah, but all we got is square holes. Get the mallet. And that's what they did. It just mashed that thing with the round peg into the square hole with a fucking mallet. Original concept design was that it was going to have all the fuel on board, like no boosters or anything like that. And then they were like, there's no way it can carry enough fuel. And so like, well, let's put a fuel tank on the bottom of it. Okay, well, now it can't lift itself, let alone the fuel tank, And they're like, okay, or like it can't lift itself and the fuel tank. And they're like, okay, well, let's put some boosters on that fuel tank, and they'll be for the fuel tank, and then it'll burn the fuel to carry itself. I mean, it works, but then it was the other weird thing about it was it had a asymmetrical thrust. So the thrust on the coming off the shuttle engines was vectored back, and then these were up like this, and I think the aerodynamics of moving through the air basically counteracted it or whatever. Or maybe it was they set a timber on the boosters as well. I don't know. It was weird. Oopsie. Uh-oh. Did I go too far? Wait. I think we're right there. So should be off our nose. Brown dirt was throwing me off. Yep, that's the town. So the airport ought to be like right here. Where the fuck's the airport? A little bit further. Okay, the road comes. There it is. Well, Starship's all, it's methane. Methane, liquid ox. Wonder what the wind is. I have no idea because we don't have a METAR out here. Let's see what the closest one is. That's showing wind calm. That's showing 0403. That's showing calm. Doom, doom, doom. I still haven't got this thing's approach speed. I haven't looked it up. I need to look at the docs and see what it is, I suppose. Unless it's written. We got a placard anywhere?
Welcome to the collective.
Cultivating content. Thanks for the follow. Although your name scares me. Here comes the. Are we going to get a soft sell here, or are we going to get a hard pitch? The name like cultivating content. You guys feel it coming? You feel it coming? It's like, hey, I noticed your stream and it's very interesting, and we have the tools to help you increase your followers and stuff. That's a bot name. Well, very good. That's your name looks like a bot. Cultivating content. You're more than welcome. I've had those bots come in, and they actually, I think they're people. They're people running them. But they come in and they give you the sell, and it's like then I show them the door. Oh, I'm too fast. Let's get this thing slowed up. Pull that power. Second notch. Oh, come on. Slow it up. I'm going to have to go around. Too fast. Let's go around. That's what you get for talking to your chat. All right, let's get our speed set here. We got to get on the back side of the power curve. Y'all know what that is, right? That's where we use... Here, let's pause the music.
So we're going to do some flight sim instruction here. So we're going to go do the backside of power curve. That's where we use pitch control to our pitch controls our airspeed, and our throttle controls our altitude. I think we can turn.
All right, 10 degrees flaps. So now we've got it trimmed out about 80 knots, so that's good. Or 80 miles an hour. Second notch of flaps. And then we use our throttles. Let's see, pitch it down. Pitch for airspeed. Throttles for rate of descent, right? I'm going to try to hold 80 here. So I'm watching my eyes are going to the runway and it's going back to the airspeed. And I rated descent right underneath it. Alright, we're too fast, so pitch it up. Pull the throttles. The bottom's going to come out of it here in just a second. Let's do another notch of flaps. Here comes the bottom, so bring the power back up to catch it. Here we go. Back it off. Mind the bush. It's a little runway. Alright, power's off. One more notch of flaps. Let's see if we can get her slowed up a little more. Alright. Forget the flare. I need to make my approach at a slower speed. Looks like 72 would probably be a good speed. Oh man, I hope that... I don't know if NeoFlight logged that. Let's find out. It says I'm in free flight mode, but I don't know if it showed the moving map. I might have to do this fucking flight again. You know, you're right. Yeah. I mean, hopefully that's the didn't register that landing though. Said it was connected. Said it was in free flight mode. Maybe when I shut off the engine, it'll register it. Yeah, AI has got some really cool potential in the video game realm. Think about dynamic. Think about NPCs, right? So like in a dungeon type game, Dungeons and Dragons type game, and you encounter NPCs, and you can talk to them. I don't think it registered it. Let's see what happens here. I might just pay to move my pilot. God damn it. You see I'm here. Yeah, it didn't register that flight. KOQW. Yes. And then let's look at our hangar. Let's unrent. There we go. Now let's change airplanes and see what happens. See if it figures us out here. Hopefully I don't have to like reload the entire flight sim. I don't know, man. I don't know if I mean there's a lot of cool things AI can do, but like here's the thing, who's gonna power this shit? They need to get like they need to start building the humongous solar plants out in the deserts of the world. Oh, what about the lizard? Well, fuck the lizard. He'll figure it out. There's plenty of desert out there. Build them fucking solar plants, and then power this shit because, um, just the cloud computing has power consumption and these big giant warehouses of cloud computers and everything, for where we're at right now. It's only going to get worse with AI. They're probably going to have to double the capacity of everything. Let's see. We need this airplane. And then we need to go to KOQW. ZIVR. Departure point. Let's hope everything works.
Welcome back, Captain.
Oh,
it
look,
looks
there
like
she is.
the weather is perfect for flying.
All right, we're back in business.
Start your engine.
There we go. Look at them gyros. We got our VOR. NDB. Yeah, that'd be about what, $500 or $600 a month extra in your pocket, depending on where you live. And what about all them energy company employees if you make electricity free? What are they gonna do? Oops, wrong one. Oh, this holds an extra person. See, they didn't have it set up right in any other one. Man, the rewards suck out of here. What happened to all them big high rewards I was getting? Is it because I changed planes? Yeah, I pay a lot too. Of course, mine's split because I have we got gas and electric combined. We could take a short hop. Go to Midway. Let's take that one. We'll go back to Midway.
Transporter from dispatch. The passengers for the concert are waiting for you at the boarding parking. The passengers are ready to board. I hope you have plenty of room. It looks like they have gone crazy at the duty-free shop.
Well, let's look. Let's see. They need 22.55. So if we go 22.55 minus 170, 20.85 divided by 5 rows, 417 a row. Shoot, buddy. She ain't kidding.
Looks like everyone is on board, pilot. Let's get out of here.
We don't need no center tank.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for
Oh,
clearance.
shit, I can't move from here. Wasn't it? Am I wrong? Wasn't it like Shift P to push back? I hate you, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Toggle pushback. Shift P. Is it left shift? I bet it's left shift P. Yes, right shift P didn't work. I hate you.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
UK gets gas. Oh, in the UK, gas is gas and petrol is petrol. The US gas is petrol. NG, natural gas. It did depend. If you're talking about your house, that's your, propane or methane, depending on what you're getting. So like if it's in a tank, it's a propane. If it comes in a pipe, then it's methane. But so if you're talking about your house, gas is gas. If you're talking about your car, it's gasoline, which you guys call petrol. But petrol could be, from my standpoint, petrol is like a flower, right? Gasoline, a daisy is a type of flower. Gasoline is a type of petrol, as is diesel fuel is a type of petrol. So a rose is a type of flower. Oh, look, that moves. Sweet. All right. So we are at Oscar Quebec Whiskey, and we're going to go to MDW. Into the heart of the beast. 098. So we'll dial 098 up, 09 on our handy dandy radio, which you can't see. Unless I turn it on and adjust the camera for thee. I had eggs today. All my troubles seem so far away. This might look horrible. I gotta change that That fucking that goal. Down further. Yeah, I saw. I was watching. I went down the YouTube wormhole and saw what things in the UK were. What they're like your gas is sold in liters, but your cars are rated miles per gallon instead of kilometers per liter. Let's drag this over here. And then we'll take this and we'll go like this. Beep, 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 beep. We'll close it up. You see that? Yeah, you can see my power trim wheel move there. And then we'll move the whole thing over just a little bit more. There you go. Hang on while we're here. Let's go to Stream Labs. Oh man, you know who I am. We gotta change some stuff. Oh, widgets. Sub goal. We're gonna end it. And then we're gonna change it to May. I reach this sub goal. Goal amount 20. And we're going to start it with a feeder of 3. We'll just carry over from last month. 30 days says September, April, June, and November. 31 days. So 05, 31, 20, 24. Sub goal, start. There we go. Hokey dokey, artichokes. Let's turn our head tracking back on. So you see my handy dandy radio here. If you're new, check it out. So down here is kind of like the autopilot function. And I've got these encoders that I put in here. So this left encoder does the OBS. You see on the screen here. Let me zoom in just a little bit, and you can see things turn. So I can dial the OBS knob on the VOR. This is for the gyro hold for the heading, right? And we want to, what we're going to do on 098. If I turn it fast, it goes fast. If I turn it slow, it goes slow. 098. Then I've got an altitude hold over here, but I don't think we've got any. Ooh, uh-oh, careful. I don't know. This might work underneath this aircraft, although I don't think this aircraft has any altitude hold capability. I don't know if these are, I think these work. Let's see. Yeah, so on my comm panel up here, I can monitor like VORs. If these are going to flick on though. Probably not. No, those aren't going to flick over. That's okay. This is the important stuff. I don't have this aircraft programmed in for my for my fuel selector knobs down here, so they won't have any effect. I have to use the mouse on those, but I only stay on auxiliary anyway. Or I mean, not aux, but main, because the aux only has like 10 gallons, so I don't usually put any fuel in it. What else? Well, I guess we're ready to go. Overshot. Oh, it's a little squirrely there. That tail comes up.
Have a great flight. It's a beautiful time to fly.
It's a beautiful time to fly. Have a great flight. We want to go this way. Make the numbers line up. Well, let's see if it works. Looks like the autopilot's working. Does have an elevator thing there. We'll see what happens if I lock it in. Do I know how to program in Python? A little bit, yeah. I've done it before. It's not that difficult. The nuance of Python is your line termination, because that determines what's, it tells the compiler what to do next. So it's really weird. Where in like C, I think JavaScript, you terminate your statements with a semicolon. There's no semicolons in Python. It's just like you just leave that end of line open, and it's like an indentation, I think, too. Indentation and your line being open. Maybe that's where the indentation. It's appreciate that on the radio stack too. Here, let's see, we're squawking 1200, right? And then on our ADF, we got 890 tuned in. When I turn this switch down, this switch right here is a multifunction switch, because I had the displays, but I'm like, I wanted to do an NDB, and I wanted to do the Colesman window for the altimeter. So Colesman is 4 numbers, right? So just like the squawk code is. So I turn this down, and it turns this nav2 into the ADF, so then I can dial those, and it turns the squawk code window into the Colesman window. So we're at 29902, but we're going to look and see the altimeter along our route is 3003, so we're gonna turn that up here. Where's our altimeter at? So here we go. 3003. Bing. There we are. See? Ooh. We can find. Let me see if I can find an NDB up here, if they've got one around. Cool, man. Good. Learning, right, is all learning is good. And if you can learn and then create, that's even better. You know, if you can you learn something and you make a hobby out of it or whatever, and then you create something with it, that's fucking awesome. I bet we're not going to be able to find any indie bees up here at all. Wonder if over here still has one in service. Probably not. That'd be funny though. We'd have to fly out west, get out there in the sticks, get out there to like Washington, Oregon, and stuff. We find some. There's some down south too. I don't know if you saw it or not. If you look under my Twitch profile down underneath, I added a little compilation of my personal philosophies. Running list. I'm such an idiot. Look at this. We're airborne. We're like, we're chugging along here at like 130 mile an hour. You know why? Because you got them big derpy wheels hanging out there, dragging the world along with it. Now watch us go. Climb to the moon. Approaching a new moon. Moon is approaching the sun. God dang, we're up at like 8,000 feet. Is that right? Oh my goodness, look at our manifold pressure. Now it's, well, I guess we'll check those, all right, there's a sweet spot. Trim not working? I think the aircraft had locked in the rate of climb. Goodness gracious. Well, let's see if the altitude works. Looks like it is. I think the airfoil in this aircraft isn't very good. Let's tune in a VOR and see what it says. We could go to page, that's 108.4. Try it out. Let's see if it all works. So we'll dial up 108.4, flick it over. We're not receiving yet, so it's probably got a 60-mile range on it. We're going to turn on our... There it is. It's on a nav monitor, so when it kicks on, nav 1, we'll hear it. It'll probably be like a 90 heading to go there. What do you think? No, 95. Interesting. Scenery design. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the ground textures and stuff that are in Microsoft Flight Simulator is not bad. Now, I know a guy that, or I don't know a guy. Actually, I did know a guy. I knew a guy that did like some scenery back for Prepared and for X-Plane for the Evansville area, which is the town I live in, and he kind of went overboard because it started getting into the frames and stuff on Prepared. Now I bought. There was somebody that made scenery for Evansville, Indiana, which is where, again, that's my home airport, and it's pretty good. When he first released it, though, it was on Sim Market. When he first released it, the runways were messed up. They were like in valleys and stuff because he had the field elevation jacked up. It should be, because the field elevation is like 410 at one end and it's like 390 something at the other end. So it's like a 15-foot difference, and he had all the runways set at the low end, so it made tunnels. Or it made these valleys, like where you're on the runway and you couldn't even, there were humps and stuff, and you couldn't see the tower from one of the runways because the hill is like, no. And I sent him feedback. I don't know if that's what made him fix it or not, but he finally did update it, and it's decent now, but it's not perfect. Basically, he took the elevation of everything on the field and raised it to the highest end, so it's got that block off on the south end of the airfield. It doesn't have the true gradient built in. What was it back in the day? We had I can't remember the name of the program to build airports. Or to modify them, because ours they moved our runway, and the old, like Flight Sim 10 and an older version of Prepared, they didn't have the runway moved, so I was trying to fix it and move it and change the taxiways and stuff. Do I have that frequency dialed in right? .4. Yes. Yes, you do. Go careening through the Class Bravo airspace. Violating the shit out of it. Yeah. Yeah, it was, I just can't remember the name of it. It wasn't like a super easy thing. You know, it wasn't like super intuitive. There were some tricks you had to learn. As I recall, it was a bit tedious. That looks like a racetrack down there. But I bet that's a railroad loop for loading and unloading. Maybe agriculture. Hey, there it is. Hear the beep? This is our VOR. So we'll dial that up, flick it over to nav, and see what happens. So I was saying, I think that's a railway loop. I've seen those before at like coal power plants, where they bring the coal in on trains and stuff, and they'll have this loop that'll go through there, and the trains will come in and they'll dump their coal, and then they've got the big shovel things or conveyor belts and stuff that move it around. But like I said, this is probably, I bet that's a grain elevator down there. See if it shows up out here. Anyway, I bet that's a grain elevator for I could be wrong. Maybe it is just a road. This looks like a railroad coming in through. This is a railroad here. And it looks like a spur off of it, but there could be a road in there. But why would you have this loop here? Can you walk through it then, I guess? That's silly. I don't even know how to set up the walk around function. Never done it. Oh, look, a river. Here is a river on the chart. Are we down? I think we might be further south again. Let me see if this gyro holds. Start to turn? Yeah, it does. Okay. So the VR does work. We are down. That's why. We are down here, so I have no idea where that was. Nice. This town right here is right here. Should be an airport to the east of it. There it is. So this airport right here is right here. Alright, so here's this river loop. We're north of this. We're right around this area. And we'll be coming up on Rochelle again. Here. Be here. Here's the roads. They go to Rochelle. Here's the road. Railroad. And roads that go up to Rochelle. There's that power plant. So that's that Oregon place. I think. These must be, where is that at? I don't know. Somewhere in here. Yeah, I don't use the you gotta like I don't have the I've used the drone cam early on, like with the game controller, but I don't have a game controller hooked up. And I haven't coded, or I haven't programmed in any other controls for it. So they don't have like a first person like pilot avatar you can walk around in? You know what I want somebody to do? And I don't know if this version of Flight Simulator has the ability. You would think it would. And I've seen some people have done it, you know, where they made some boats and things, and they've made some sailboats, but the sails don't work. It's like you got a motor in them. But I want to see, because of the structure of the flight simulator, where the wind affects, you know, it'll blow you, right? So, but to model the sails so that sails work like sails, I want to see somebody make a sailboat. You know, I think people would. I would buy one. I would definitely go sailing because you get the wind blowing, man. And I don't know if you know anything about sailing, but it's pretty wild. Most people don't know. Their knowledge of sailing is about like their knowledge of orbital mechanics. They don't know how it works. And if you want to know how orbital mechanics works, all you got to do is play Kerbal Space Program. That'll teach you pretty quick. I didn't know until I started playing that. I'm like, holy shit, I didn't realize that's how that worked. But with sailing, you know, people can sail. You can sail against the wind. I've got a sailboat simulator I played in VR, and it works. It can't be that difficult to make I wouldn't think, to make a sailboat model in Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you can drift on the water, you know, if the wind can blow you and drift, then it should work. You know, it ought to be able to work. But I don't know if the water glues you down or not. I would imagine it probably wouldn't, because I mean, like, you know, when you're on the runway, you get a strong wind blowing, you're like a tail wheel, it's going to swing you. Tail dragger. But the way a sail works, maybe you know this, that being on the island country and everything, England was all about the Navy, right? So the sail directs the wind. So when the wind comes, the fastest point of sail is 90 degrees. So if the wind is coming directly from your right or directly from your left, it's a crosswind. It's called crosswind sailing. So when the wind's coming 90 degrees left or right of you, that's the fastest your boat can go, and it will go faster than what the wind is blowing, because that sail will create a wing, basically create lift. It directs that air back and creates lift, and then when you add the other sails, the jibs and things up on front, you get a turbo effect where it keeps the sail from stalling, and it directs the air around it so it's more efficient, and it pulls you through the water, and you just scream. Sailing is cool, man, because this, you know, it's quiet, and but like I said, you get that crosswind sailing going, and it's just like and you know, when you're even on a motorboat, you know, a boat with a motor, 35 mile an hour on the water is screaming. My dad had a bass boat that would do like 40, 45, and it's like, holy shit, you put your hand out in the water and touch it, it's like just God help you if you hit a stick. It's that the water just it's like a solid almost. We're going to have to drop down. 27 miles from the VOR. Let's probably drop down and scud run it. The worst point of sail is downwind, where you're going with the wind. It's miserable, because especially if it's warm outside, if it's hot with the sun shining, you're moving with the wind, so you don't get much breeze at all. And it's slow. It's the slowest point of sail, because it's just like you got your things billet out, you're just trying to catch the wind, and you're just going with the wind, lurching. So you don't have any lift effects. This thing will, oh my God, I can't dial that down. It will do rates of descent. It's basic autopilot. Let's drop down to 3,000. Oh, look, an airport. That is DeKalb. There, right out the window here. So here's where we are. This airport is right here. You can do that, man. Would you guys have deep sea fishing up there in the English way? Let's find it that calm day. I've been deep sea fishing a couple times down in Florida. My uncle took me both times. One time I was younger than the other, and caught a stingray. And that's where they, it was one of those big, kind of a, almost looked like a tugboat type thing, but it had a deck all the way around it, and you had all these dudes lined up, with their lines going over. And so they'd take you out to these fishing spots, basically. And they'd go to a couple different fishing spots, drop your lines, and maybe catch something, maybe you don't. Drink beer. Watch some guys come run around the corner and go into the bathroom and throw up. It was weird. After, you go out, I think we only went out for a half day maybe. You get out on the boat like that, you get those waves and the swells and stuff going, and you lay down at night when you get back home, and you still feel it. You got your sea legs, now you gotta get your land legs back. What is the... Uh-oh. They're showing 600 overcast at Midway. 001. I wonder if they got a localizer approach. We might have to do a localizer approach. What's the wind? Wind's out of the east, so that's good. ILS or localizer 4. ILS 4 right. I got a GPS 4 left. So let's pull that up. ILS 4 right, which we'll be doing the localizer because I don't think we have a glide slope. Oh, I got. Do I have a second one? This may be hard because I only have the one VOR. Oh wait, we got nav 1, nav 2. This is gonna be tricky. All right, let's dial up. Oops. Chicago Heights 114.2. All right, we got a DME off of that. I'm gonna fucking transition over here. 15.2. I'm just going to have to vector myself. Ugh, this is the slow one because I won't have it coded in to turn fast. Do the reciprocal. Went the wrong way. Well, no, because 287 would be. Maybe we'll just get lucky and we'll get underneath. Uh-oh. Here we are. We just passed passed over that VOR. Let's see where we're at. So we got 28 miles at 101. So there's the page. Did we stop our descent at 3,000? Yeah, we did. Let's bring them powers back up. Let's see, if we go 130 off the page. Actually, that'll put us out there for a good intercept. So we'll do 130. Yeah, we're just going to vector ourselves here. And then we'll go, what was that localizer frequency? 111.5. All right, final approach course is 047. We're on the heading hold of 130. Got the final approach course of 147. Piece of cake. Do we have DME? Yes, we got DME, so that's good. Then we don't need that. We don't need that Chicago Heights. Roger that. I'm going to try and fly this localizer approach. Let's see, what's the side view? I'm actually too low. Where's the step downs? $4,000. 10.8. So at 10.8, we can drop down to 24. Shoot, buddy, we're in it now. I'm gonna slow it up so I don't go do a blue bayou. Don't want to do a Linda Ronstadt. So that's 14.2. I might be coming up shallow. I'll put the gear down. .8. Getting ready on the turny dial. Okay, I'm on nav 1, right?
Yep.
14. Shit, I think I'm gonna come up too shallow. It's not moving. We're at 9.6. So we're inside of that. Eight. It's a lot closer than I wanted to be. It's too close. We're gonna end up seeing it. She ain't swinging. God damn. I'm 30. Did I get the frequency wrong? .5. Yep, frequency's right. Follow that road in, it probably takes you to the airport. 7.3. Oh shit, there it is. I was almost right on that. Snake one arrival. All right. She's coming back. Fly by dial. .3. Let's drop down to 14.6. I see the runway. This feels like it's going to be a tricky landing. What's the wind at Midway? Could circle. 02008. So no, actually we're... But the flight simulator model might be different. Feeling good, Lewis. A little warbly. A little warbly. Where's off? Now we just hold it.
Nice landing, pilot. Taxi to parking and shut down your engine.
Yeah, we make the first turn off right at the ramp. We're going to the tower. I got a buddy that works here. Actually, I'm not sure if he works there now. Maybe he went back up. Shit, I can't remember now. He's moving around Chicago so much. Working his career up. I don't know if he's back at... if he's managing Powalkie or if he's managing this place yet.
Okay, pilot. The guests are leaving the aircraft now.
I found out if you just turn off one engine, they'll leave the right one running. What was my touchdown speed? V-Pilot says, not V-Pilot, NeoFlight says, what did you say?
Transporter. All the passengers have disembarked. Good job. See you soon.
Let's get out of here.
That's at 134 feet per minute. That's not a good landing. Touchdown 46 knots. Oh, it gigged me for overspeeding. This is strange. So, when I was flying the other one, the other aircraft, I wonder if that matters. It seemed like yesterday, when I was playing, or the day before, I would have these rewards were, some of the top end rewards were pretty high. I had some like $50,000 jobs, and now I'm not seeing any of those. Most I'm seeing is like 24,000. Let's see, where it logs. No. Where's it at? There we go. So yeah, this was a $70,000 flight. I don't know if that was one where I had two of them or not. And I changed planes, and now we're down to Shittsville. Let's see. Aircraft. So with the Antonov. So we had the modern. So I only made 4 flights in that thing. I don't know. Maybe they'll go up after I make some more flights in this one. Or maybe they changed something. Maybe some kind of weird wave. Maybe they got some kind of market algorithm or something in here. What do we got here? Oh, new version. 4.4. There you go, man. Yeah, I haven't played Truck Sim in a while. Need to do that. I mean, that's something we could do. We could multiply that. NeoFly. What version do I have? Let me shut this down. Exit. Let's download it. Oh, what time is it? It's 10:53. 2 hours and 17 minutes. Which version? Because I have both of them, and I've got all the DLC. or at least the map DLCs, I think. You got American Truck Sim or ETS2? Let's see if this thing will install with Flight Simulator running. Yeah, you might look at see if there are any specials. Actually, let me pull it up. American Truck Simulator. Let's go to store page. Shh, none of that. We'll have none of that. Looks like they got the Southwest bundle, the Northwest bundle, and the Texas size bundle. If you don't have the bundles, you can get the bundles here. I've got Kansas and Oklahoma. Those are the latest ones. So those are the ones that will cost a little more. Let's see what the Texas bundles got in it. Always got some transport stuff in there. Damn it, dude. I said, hush. Yeah, I was looking at Steam. Do you have it through Steam, or did you buy it through their website?
I know it's going to be a good day when my favorite pilot is working.
This is a new version. She's all flirty.
You are clear to start your engine.
Ooh. Yeah, it takes a little bit to set up. Let's look at the jobs. That looks a little better. Maybe it was the, oops. Look at the fragiles. Ah, there's 37,000. Go to Green Bay, 163 miles away. Let's look at the peoples again. Sometimes you double up on the peoples. That's a full boat with 11. Ooh, but here's two Spirit of St. Louis's. 2x2, two people on one, two on another. Combined, that's 34,000. Okay, that's a ways away from. I didn't realize that's that far away from here. Let's go destinations. Line them up. Ooh, two to Gary. Oh, that's too many people, I think. That's too many people. I wonder if we got any cargo to go to Spirit. There's a cargo. God, I don't know if I can pull that weight. That's 2833. Let's head this up. If I combine a cargo with passengers, then I can make a whole lot. Let's see. So 2833 plus 390 plus 410. 3633. Let's see if we go minus 170 equals that divided by 5. That would be 692, 690, 693 per seat. Let's see what that looks like. How many pounds over is that? It's like 400 pounds heavy. I don't think I can do that. Let's figure out, let's see what 650 does. We need to find our magic spot. This thing has a 700-mile range. Payload, we are 590, 266. $207. So 3266 is what we need. 207 divided by 5. It's 41. Take 42 off. Oops. That'd be 08, wouldn't it? Let's see. Didn't that come down? All right. Oh, we got some to go to Powawakis. That's real close. $183 Fly across the Great Lake. That's something I really don't purchase. I mean, unless there's an airport that I'm actually, I mean, I don't, or even install, I don't really install extra airport scenery unless it's, like I said, someplace that I was going to be flying in and out of a lot, or if it's a place I know. That's a nice thing, good thing, bad thing about Flight Simulator, right? If the area, if you know I mean, depending on the situation, right? If you don't know the area, then how real it looks, as far as what's what, where's where, it doesn't really matter. But if you know the area, then you recognize what's not right. Actually, let's see. It's coming up on noon. Or it's 11. I should probably get off here, eat some lunch. My kids want me to take them to play at nursery today. My daughter wants to get some plants. Yeah. I don't want to bog down my sim necessarily. I mean, I'm talking from a point of ignorance because I'm not sure, but just the, for if there's a chance that if it's something I don't need, I don't install it. So like close this. Let me show you something.
Let me show you something.
Let's go ahead and back out of here. Let's go to main menu. If it's places I don't fly, I don't load it up. So like on Marketplace, all these world updates. So like Southwest Germany, I don't fly there, don't need it. If I'm gonna fly these places, then I'd put them in. I don't even know what that one is. What is it? Central what? Central Eastern Europe. So even though all these free updates and everything, I don't have them installed. Where is the content manager? Here we are. So here you can see, right? Not installed, not installed. All this stuff. Texas, I could, because I might go there. Western Europe, Japan, update 2. Oh, that should be updated. Actually, those need to be installed. Let's go ahead and tag those. Texas, Top Gun Maverick, no. Japan, don't need it. We'll do that one. I wonder if I didn't get those when I reinstalled everything. That I didn't come back in here and tag and that it didn't install them. I thought it was going to do everything on its own when I built this machine. Nope. So they got all kinds of cool stuff out there, but places I don't fly. I'm glad I checked this. I'll let Canada get updated because I fly up there occasionally. That's up to date. Yeah, it looks like everything else. Yeah, again, the reason I don't install it is because I don't want to take a chance on it bogging down and wasting space. All right, let's see what it does. There goes your stream. 14.62 gigabyte to install that shit. It's going to take a while. All right. Anyway, I'm going to cut out of here and go eat a hamburger maybe. Hamburgers. Catch you later. Thanks for hanging out, man. And anybody else that was hanging out. Appreciate it.